When I was in Vegas out of college, John Horhns was in the Mike Tyson group. And he was kind of a controversial figure, kind of strong-willed guy. The media and him kind of battled. I didn't know him, never met him, but I remember him being in the Tyson camp. I don't remember a lot of particulars. He had kind of a feisty relationship at times with the media. So he stopped by the show yesterday. I'm like, oh, my God, John, I haven't seen you in years. Do you remember me? And he goes, I never met you, but you were on local TV in Vegas covering Tyson all the time. And it was neat. It was like, wow, I haven't seen you. We sat down and talked. And he started talking about Conor McGregor. Now, John is John has dealt with Mike Tyson. He was with Tyson as he rose, as he starred, and as he sank. John was through all of it. He saw all of it. And some of the stuff he told me yesterday, I'm not going to share. It was off the record, but it was fascinating stuff. But we started talking about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. And he talked about what McGregor doesn't have to win the fight. He just sort of needs to be viable and something could happen. Let me take you back to John Horhns yesterday on Speak for Yourself talking about McGregor.
This man you're talking about right here, just on his grit, his cockiness, his confidence alone, and it only has to be in his mind. It doesn't have to be in my mind. It doesn't have to be in yours. He's a capable professional fighter who has no idea what we're talking about. Floyd's going to walk through him. He's really, he don't understand what planet we're living on right now. It's going to take Floyd 3 or 4 rounds to make this man start to believe, okay, maybe he's better than I thought he was.
The point being, he thinks McGregor's going to do pretty well. He does not think McGregor's going to win, but he thinks he's going to represent himself in very strong fashion. And here's the interesting thing. The reason the UFC has grown so quickly is strong management. It's why most companies grow quickly. Amazon, Facebook, companies that grow quickly, they have good management. And in the UFC, fighters don't control the sport. But the problem with strong management generally equals less pay, less leverage for the star employee. Dana White controls all fights and all purses in the UFC. Floyd Mayweather is his own promoter. He doesn't have to give 40, 50, or whatever percent it is to the boss and the system. Is that the UFC is about the system and the brand and the business, like the NFL. Boxing's about the star fighter, like the NBA. Who makes more money? The question to me is, if McGregor comes out and is at least viable, loses in 12 rounds, but absolutely lands punches and is awkward as a lefty and a UFC fighter, that he does make Mayweather pause and at times look uncomfortable, would he just leave the UFC? Would they lose their top drawing card? Because boxing can pay you more, and boxing is less controlling. And boxing, like the NBA, is about the fighter, not the brand. This is why actors love Netflix and Amazon. More control, more money, take out the middleman. I'm watching Ozark with Jason Bateman. He can star, he can direct, he can write, he can do it all. That's why actors like Netflix and Amazon. McGregor doesn't need to win. Mayweather needs to win. McGregor needs to have a decent account of himself, land a few punches, make Floyd occasionally uncomfortable. Because Floyd is a great boxer. McGregor's a great superstar. And there are different rules for those two. And so what I think's compelling in this fight is I do not expect McGregor to win the fight or even a round. But if he is interesting and compelling and gives a decent representation and makes Floyd a little uncomfortable, could UFC lose their hands-down biggest star to boxing?